is everybody? Awake and ready. Oh, yay. I'm glad to hear that there are people out there. It's really nice to see you all. It's our joy to be here this morning. For those of you who don't know us, my name is Gangamata, and this is my husband, Diva. And I feel a little funny standing in front of this beautiful altar. I want to thank the altar people and the flower people. I don't know if they're men or women, but isn't it beautiful this morning?
They're like little Devas. We don't know, we never see them, but it's always there.
Oh, I know, and it's just gorgeous. Yeah. Linda, they remind me of you, the purple, and but every week there are many, there's a cast of many that help to create our Sunday service, and there's so many bit parts, what you could call a bit part, but there are no bit parts. And so we want to just thank all of you for everything that you do to help make Sundays happen. It's a joy to be here. So I'd like to begin with a reading from Whispers from Eternity. And I need to pull out my glasses, sorry. Okay. Otherwise, we're not going to get very far this morning. So Whispers from Eternity is Yogananda's book of prayer demands and poems. And this is number 60. With the song Finger Touches of my soul intuition, I tuned the radio of my inner perception. At first I caught only the sounds of nearby experience. Then came a symphony of inner harmony, followed by sweet strains from my heart's orchestra of finer feelings. And then came the swelling chorus of my age-long cravings for thee. All these I caught on the radio of my soul as I kept tuning my perception, waiting to catch the whispers of thy voice, O guardian angel of all souls. With infinite patience, I went on tuning my radio. At last, when I was almost prepared to give up further trying, thy song burst upon my heart. Oh, let me broadcast through my every word now the chorus of thy songs. Our song this morning that the choir sang so beautifully, Well Done, Lord, reminds me of the story of the farmer who had a beautiful farm, and he spent a lot of time cultivating it, and he was very, very proud of his efforts. And one day a priest comes for a visit, and the priest says, he must have been Irish. I was thinking, what a beautiful farm you and God have created. And the farmer, not a little annoyed by the statement, and also just not wanting to hurt the priest's feelings, the father's feelings, he said, Father, but you should have seen it when God had it all to himself. And so this puts forth the dilemma that we have when we act and when we take responsibility. We act with our own seemingly creativity, our own power, our own wisdom. And this topic this morning is a continuation of last week. Abide in the vine. I am the vine, Jesus says, and then ye are the branches. It's a continuation of that reminder of that connection that we have with the divine. The divine is always there. And if we can open ourselves to that flow, what a beautiful farm we would have, what beautiful creativity, a dream that we couldn't even imagine ourselves if we only open ourselves up. And then we're reminded that the God and the Guru, they're always with us. There's the story of Ramana Maharshi. He was on his deathbed, and in the room next door he could hear people weeping uncontrollably. And Ramana Maharshi says to the man that was attending to him, he says, why are they crying? And he says, well, sir, they're crying because you're leaving them. And Ramana Maharshi says, well, where do they think I am going? Again, that beautiful reminder, they're always with us. But when we open up to this flow of the Guru, of the attunement with God, and last week we talked about attunement with the Guru, and what does that mean? Does it mean we wave a little flag around and go, yo, yay, Guru, or Jai, Guru? It goes so much deeper again, we're reminded, deeper, deeper in the silence, right? It's in those times of quiet where we can tune into the Guru. Feel for that over and over. I know we say this almost every week. We talk about in the meditation, in the silence, we can feel for his presence. Because it's in those moments. You know, I was thinking a wise man, I read somewhere, he said, a bucket fills drop by drop. That's what we're doing when we meditate. Drop by drop, we're filling our bucket. And we can judge those drops that we're putting in our bucket. Oh, that drop wasn't so good, it wasn't long enough, or it was too short, or, you know, we had too many thoughts or those feelings, but it doesn't matter. The important thing is that we keep dropping our bucket, those drops of meditation, over and over. And then you'll find with patience, as the end of that Whispers reading, then at the end, what happens? Beautiful realization in that opening. And I love the reading again of Whispers about the radio, because we're constantly tuning in, aren't we? Attunement with the Guru. We're constantly tuning in. We're constantly turning our little radio. It's little now. It used to be big. Do you remember the days when it was a big boombox? I grew up in New York City, as I've told many, for those of you that are new, and the big thing, summertime, we used to be walking down the street with our boombox, and it was so heavy. It took a lot to attune, you know. But here we are. We have this little, I've been proud of my new cell phone. I've been showing everybody, you know. I mean, now we have a little Galaxy S4, and it's amazing how we can just tune in. It doesn't take much. Just hit the little button, and there it is. Well, this is how many years have we been developing to this little cell phone, right? We had the big boom box. We had the bigger 8-track record. You know, we've just been, same thing with us. We have to be patient. We have to keep tuning in. We have to keep filling our bucket step by step, keep filling it. This time of year, I'm always reminded of Sister Gangamata. She was Yogananda's foremost woman disciple. Her birthday was July 4th, and then on July 12th is when she first met Master, and she had a plaque on her wall that said, God Alone. That happens to also be the title of her book. Every year on July 12th, she would sign the back of it, the date that she met her guru. But she writes something beautiful here about meditation that I found. And it was really fun. This book I've had for a long time. When you get a gem, you know, you keep it for a long time, and you also loan it out. You share it. And I had remembered giving it out, and when I was looking for it on the shelf, there it was. It appeared. I go, oh, my book has come back. But when I opened the cover, it was somebody else's. So so it's so beautiful how here we always talk about meditation, right? We tune in, we try and feel for God's presence, but then we're always sharing it in the form of books or anything like that. So she writes, I just happened to catch this last night. She writes, blow the little bubble of joy. These words are from Whispers from Eternity. The intention is to create in the mind a picture of a child blowing soap bubbles. Not content with a small bubble, he continues to blow it until it has fully expanded. So blow your little bubble of joy, child of God. Do not despise your tiny bubble of meditation. Do not neglect it. Keep blowing until your effort and its beauty attract God to you as bliss. So it's a beautiful reminder to keep blowing to keep blowing the little bubble of joy that we get through meditation. Again, Jesus' words, I am the vine, ye are the branches. The branches can get weak if we don't feed, right, that source, if we don't feed it through the meditation. The stronger, the more that we meditate, the stronger they get. But have you noticed then with branches then, they also don't stop there, right? They open up, they leaf, they flower, they keep sharing. So for us too, we keep sharing, we keep going deep. I keep remembering the 3 words, love. God is love. Yogananda said, when I'm gone, only love can take my place. Love, serve, and remember. Constantly, love, serve, remember. And we have to do our part. I was thinking of the story of, well, I think we've shared this story before about the man named Joe who all of a sudden found himself out of luck. He was in deep financial strain and troubles, and he decides he's going to pray to God. So he says, Dear God, you know, I'm about to lose my business. I'm worried about what else I'm going to lose. I'm in deep financial trouble. Can you help me here? Can you help me win the lotto? And so there goes Joe, you know, he's praying to God. Night comes and he doesn't win the lotto, right? We know this story. And then the next day he's praying again to God more fervently. He goes, God, I did lose my business. I'm about to lose my house. Can you please can I win the lotto? And again, that night comes, right? He didn't win the lotto. And again, one more time, he's praying deeply. I've lost my business. I've lost my house. I'm about to lose my car. I'm about to lose everything. Please, can I win the lotto? And just then, the heavens part and a loud booming voice. You guys remember this? And then God says, Joe, meet me halfway here. Buy a ticket. We'll be talking more about this next week.
Are you going to buy a ticket?
Buy a ticket. Well, next week our topic is self-effort is needed too. As you can see the flow, right? Last week that reminder, that attunement with the guru. This week the reminder, self-reliance versus self-reliance. I love the emphasis. Is it the little self or is it the big self? Are we going to open up to that flow of the divine? How do we do that? It does come down to meditation. It comes down to sitting in the silence. It comes down to being in that place. Daiva mentioned Swami Kriyananda having written so many pieces of music. He would always talk about, he wouldn't say, I wrote this music. God wrote this music to me. Another book I was looking for last night was Talks with Great Composers. I think we've read from it before. It's a wonderful book. And the author interviewed composers of a certain time, I think Brahms, Puccini, that whole era. And Brahms also talks about how that's how he wrote all his music, by tuning into the divine, constantly open yourself up to that power. It's not his. He didn't say it was he that wrote it. Just like Swami never said that it was he that wrote it, but that reminder. But we need support, don't we? We need to come together. You know, that's where the satsang, the support, the study, all these things. We study, we read. You know, in July I pull out this book and I'm like, why do I wait till every July? I seem to forget to pull out this book, and you're reminded of what's real and what's true. Over and over, we come back to this truth. I am the vine, ye are the branches. Let's flower and let's share what we have together. Love, serve, remember. There's something else I found here that's just beautiful that Sister Gangamata wrote. This was in the last chapter. It's called Meditations. And she wrote, I will seek thee in the golden glow of the sunrise of my life. In the freshness of this hour, I will lay the opening buds of my devotion at thy feet. I will seek thee when the sun is at the zenith. I will make a garland glistening with the dewdrops of my tears, of my daily toil, cares, hopes, and aspirations, and lay it before thee upon the altar of my heart. I will seek thee every hour of every day and night until my restless heart finds rest in thee. I will seek thee when the sun is sinking in the west. I will kneel for thy touch of blessing, and rising will go forth with more than the courage of youth against the foes of ignorance, idleness, and forgetfulness of thee. I will seek thee in the evening when the last golden glow of the sun has died away. I will fix my eyes on the pole star of my life and will listen intently for thy pipes of peace to pipe me home. I am thine, O Lord. I will make myself worthy of thine acceptance. I will not make a burnt offering unto the Lord, my God, of that which doth cost me nothing. I will lay myself with all my prejudices and pettiness, with all the flesh holds dear, upon the bursting pyre. I will lift my heart daily to Babaji, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswar, and my Guru Paramahansa Yogananda, asking for their many jeweled gifts of self-realization. In the stillness of night, out of the depth of my heart, I will cry, speak, Lord, for thy servant heareth. When the call to disagreeable duty is sounded, I will answer, here am I, Lord, send me. And one of her other famous last words, what would she do if she had an opportunity to do this life again, more and better? Let's join together and share those words. in attunement with our Guru and God and in harmony with each other. So God bless you all.